What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And well, I've got some not so amazing news for today, and it has to do with the Jeep. But before we dive into that, let me just show you guys what I've gotten done. Last video I showed you guys the sandblaster. Got that up and running. Still need to worry or figure out a air compressor, but here I made this little powder coating booth. I put it on 4 wheels so I can wheel it around the shop, and we ran this right here, and then I have a ground cable running to the top, and it's right there, so I just attach the ground. Works really good. Let's see, what did I powder coat the other day? I powder coated these little things just for little touches, and then I powder coated these crossbars for the roll cage. So eventually this whole roll cage is going to be powdered in the same color, but I just wanted to test it out, make sure it worked all right, and then I will slowly start doing the hinges, pressing these out, sandblasting and powder coating the hinges, and all the hinges, and just kind of slowly start getting ready for the paint, which will eventually be done in some kind of light gray, so it should look really good with the Jamaican teal accents. But anyways, all that to say, guys, that brings us to the other day. I was driving and I heard this sound like a tsk. Yeah, it was kind of like that, and then I thought it was weird, but everything seemed fine. And then like a minute later I heard another one like tsk, like the same sound. I was like, huh, well, and then it stopped, so I was like, well, I don't know what that was, but yeah, well, who knows. Anyways, the other day I woke up and I saw a pool of fluid down there, a little bit, just a little bit. So I noticed on my diff cover that there was this protrusion right here, and my mind automatically went to the worst. I expected to open up the diff and find gears and all sorts of stuff everywhere. However, what I found was this bolt right here, and it was lodged like this into the pan, like that. And so that sound I had heard, I'm assuming, was it being flung into the rear diff. And I'm going to show you, there does not appear to be any damage to the gears. Everything still works. One thing that I did notice is that this has some kind of locker in it, so I'm not sure if it's like a limited slip, or I don't know anything about like these gearing and stuff, but I do know that it is some kind of like locking axle, because I know when I drive the rear axle is locked up. So anyways, all that to say, I think we're good. I am going to try to find, in fact it might be right here actually, yeah, I think right here is here is the missing bolt right here. So somehow it fell out, and so I'm gonna go around and tighten all these back up. All right, guys, so it could be a lot worse. I'm glad it's not worse than it is. Still not the best feeling knowing that, you know, that was bouncing around in there for I don't know how long. I mean, I know it's since I did the swap because, you know, it wasn't like that before. So it was leaking from right here. You can actually see a little stress crack. So I'm gonna bang this down a little bit and then weld, just throw some weld over there and call it good. So yeah, I think we dodged a huge you know, bullet, and I got some LED headlights. So these ones will look a whole lot better than these old style, but I wanted to keep them somewhat factory look, so they look the same, but they're just LEDs instead, and they should do the job quite well. So should change the look quite a bit. I'm pretty excited about that, but we'll install that after I get this diff taken care of. I did just wrap up the rear diff. All the bolts in there were pretty much loose that hold the ring gear in place. So I torqued those back down, threw some Loctite on them, and hopefully we won't have to worry about that again. You know, until I do the Dana 60 swap at some point in this. But yeah, it's kind of weird, and you know, we'll see what happens. But also I got the headlights in. Dude, these things look so much better than the stock ones, which are right here. So they work great too. All you have to do, they're super easy to change. So literally, guys, these 4 bolts or 4 screws come out, this pops out, then there are 2 more screws up top, and you will take those out, and then literally you can bend, there's like a metal little frame holding the lights actually in, and literally once you take these 2 top bolts out, you can just bend the whole light out, and the whole light unit just pops right out, and then you just plug them in. So I'll show you what they with the lights on. These are the headlights, super bright, and it only uses the top one and down on the bottom, and then your high beams use the lower half. When you have your high beams engaged, that's what those use. But that is going to wrap it up for that. Tomorrow is a show in Central Park, Fredericksburg. That's like 20 minutes from my house maybe. So we are going to head there tomorrow. It's from 11 to 3. So I'm going to video that in this video. But it's the night before. It's Friday night, sorry. What I would like to do is powder coat the shifter lever. So tonight, that's what I'm going to work on: stripping, sandblasting, getting that, powder coated. Maybe throw in some of these latches here, maybe do those. I don't know. I may not bother with those. I might just do the shifter lever, And that might just be it for tonight. But I want to do that because you can see it, and I would like to just knock that out. I think I already showed you guys this, but got some LED lights, installed those. Huge benefit at night driving versus the stock ones. So everything with the Jeep working good. I didn't video this because I was just trying to slam it down, but I have had some issues with the drive shaft. So the other night I was heading home from the gym, and I romped on it kind of hard, and I hear pow, and then just clunk, 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 clunk. So I ended up, what happened is I guess what had happened is the straps on the rear axle that hold the U-joint in had busted, and that's where they had where it gave out. They busted, sheared off the bolts, and left me on the side of the road. So I had to get a tow back because my wife was already in bed because I was going to the gym later. Anyways, she was already in bed, so I didn't want to make her wake Aylin up, grab her in the car, come get me get the truck, trailer, that sort of thing. So I just had someone tow me back home. So I had the parts to fix it all at the house here, so I literally fixed it. But in the process, it actually cracked the output shaft case on the transfer case. So I had to repair that. It was pretty easy repair, repaired it, and now everything is back to normal. Put the new straps on. And then after that, I noticed a weird vibration happening from the rear end. So I went down, took the diff cover off, and I noticed that some of the bolts that hold the ring gear on were broken, pretty much. And fortunately, it didn't do any damage. So I got all new ring gear bolts. Got some of this Loctite, and Loctited those suckers in there. Grade 8 bolts, don't skimp on that. So grade 8 bolts, popped them in, and so far so good, running good, and been driving it for a week now, having no issues. So there is some kind of locker in the rear end. I'm not sure what it is, but there is a locker back there. So that is really helping with harnessing the power and not just blowing out the rear end. So that locker for sure is where it's at. And that was an aftermarket option, I believe, that someone put in this Jeep. I just got back from a Fred Fest car truck show. I did not get to video. It just didn't work out. But we did really well. My wife and Aylin, we all went to it, and it was pretty big. So the Jeep, the Jeep actually won its first trophies. So I'm super excited. You can see the Jeep, like, it's rough looking. It definitely needs a paint job and tons more work, but for what it is, it did pretty well. So in the truck and SUV class, we got 3rd place. So huge shout out to Poor Boys Performance, who got hooked up with this. So 3rd place overall, pretty good. Can't complain. Now there was another group there as well called Lost Boys. They seem to be pretty big, had a lot of merch, booth, stuff like that. Anyways, through them, we got Lost Boys Choice Fred Fest 2022. So apparently with this trophy here, I guess I didn't know it, who was in charge of the trophy thing and deciding. You know, this was my first event. It was also the first time they'd ever done this event. But these two gentlemen did come up to me and talk to me pretty extensive about the build. And apparently it was the judges, which I didn't know. But they were kind of just wanting to know if I did it, and kind of that whole deal. Anyways, since I had the whole family there, and you know, I built it all myself, they really liked that. And so that's what the Lost Boys, the choice was, kind of to represent like family and like do-it-yourself kind of mentality, I guess, and just coolness. So I guess all the people at Lost Boys Association, like, they all decided that this one was, I guess, the choice for what represented them. So and super stoked. So huge shout out to Lost Boys. So yeah, we did pretty well. Not only that, but in a raffle, I won this McGuire's thing with some cleaning supplies. So super stoked at that. I spent $15 in raffles, and I got that, and I also got this. So this right here is a vacuum, little cube vac. So it has a little battery, so it's portable. So I won that in a raffle as well. Between that and the vacuum, well over $15 easy. So the raffles paid off again. So can't complain about that. Let's see here. Oh, also, sounds like my daughter's breaking down. But anyways, also got this Poor Boys right here, this cool hat, snapback. So like I said, all makes, all models, Fred Fest 22. So super stoked, guys. I would say it was a success, and next show, I'm thinking we're gonna take the F350 as well, and trailer the Jeep there, and kind of get bigger, maybe get a custom sign promoting like TeeDogCustoms right here. I didn't have any kind of banner or anything, and you know, when you're there, this is, and your hood's up, you know, so people can see it. you're not really looking at TeeDogCustoms here, and so you kind of just miss it. So hopefully before the next event we go to, I can get some kind of TeeDogCustoms banner or sign, just to kind of represent a little bit. And anyways, that was super cool. So yeah, huge shout out to the guys there at Poor Boys Performance. They were kind of, Poor Boy Performance was kind of the people who were hosting it, with kind of Lost Boys, I think, too. So kind of a huge thing. But anyways, yeah, I did not get any footage of it, and it's not because anything happened with the camera. It's just I did not pick up the camera and video. As simple as that would have been, I just didn't. It was my first show. I was kind of my first big show, I should say. I did go to a Advanced Auto show not too long ago, but there were, you know, less than 10 cars there, really. This, you had, you know, I would say probably 100 cars, maybe somewhere in there, 50 to 100, somewhere in there. So a little bigger of a turnout. So I just didn't. I apologize. So this video is probably going to be like a hodgepodge of things. I don't know, but yeah, we did all right. That's kind of where we're at, boys and ladies and women and gentlemen. So that's it for now. I will catch you guys on the next upload. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the thumbs up if you think this is cool, and I guarantee you're going to be seeing more of us at car shows and truck shows. And yeah, we're gonna have some fun this season and just kind of chill. There is a show called Diesels and Donuts that I probably am going to with 30 Max Jack. We missed it last year. We tried, but I had some issues with my F350, and we were like on our way, and I decided I don't want to get to Pennsylvania, have an issue. But I think we're going to make it this year, so can't wait for that. Be a super fun time. So anyways, yeah, peace. I'm out.